Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I've got my year-end wrap-up of the best of skincare and anti-aging for 2024. There are 17 products that I wanted to include in this video that I think are the best of the things that I tried, or they've replaced something in my skincare routine that I wanted to talk about today. So I thought we would count them down to number one, the thing that I think had the biggest impact on my skin this year. I feel like 2024 was a little bit different for me because I didn't test any devices at all, like at-home skincare devices in 2024. I felt like I had tested a lot of devices over the last couple of years. I had the favorites that I love and that I swear by, and that really do work very, very well for me. My Omnilux mask, my Nero lasers, and my NuFace. Those are the three devices that I've used for a few years each, and I really love them. I had great results with them, and they continue to give me the same great results. I usually also try one new in-office procedure during the year. I didn't try any new in-office procedures this year either. I felt like my skin was at such a good place that I really didn't feel the need to go in and get anything new done. You know, Alicor was huge this year, especially in the beginning of the year. People were talking about that. A lot of people wanted me to try it. You know, where it's a very new technology like that, I wasn't really so interested in being a guinea pig for it. I let it be out there for a few years, see what the pros and cons are of it. The only in-office procedure that I had done in 2024 was I continued to get my Botox done, not on a super regular basis. If you watch me throughout the year, you saw different phases of Botox being in and Botox being completely worn off. And that still is really my favorite in-office procedure that I have been getting for years and that I do continue with and that I really like. You know, the main thing and the main reason that I didn't do too much more than just Botox this year is because I feel like my skincare game is really working, and it's really helping my skin to look years and years younger than it should or than it did even when I started my channel. But since my skincare routine does work so well for me and has been working so well for so long, I don't tend to deviate from it too much, but I do like to try the new things, the hot new ingredients that are on the market or the new releases. And so this year I did try quite a bit of new skincare. I actually put it all together in a bin. So this is most of the skincare that I tried in 2024 in this bin. And I've got a separate bin just for the sunscreens because, as you know, I do the big sunscreen testing video. And in addition to the testing video, I'm always trying like a new sunscreen a month. So I probably tried 35 sunscreens this year, and they're all in here. But I gotta say, even trying this much skincare during the year, not a lot of it makes it into my skincare routine where it really has a place where it's really solidified in there. But I did discover a few things that are really great and a few things that really did move the needle in my anti-aging and skincare journey. And so those are the ones that I'm going to count down for you here today. All right, so let's start counting down the best new skincare of 2024. Let's start in with number 17, which is the CosRx, the 6 Peptide Skin Booster Serum. Peptides really had a moment this year. So this is a product that contains a lot of peptides and a lot of the things that were so buzzy and so viral this year, like copper peptides, growth factors, arginine. You know, I do love peptides in my skincare. There are a couple that I swear by and have used for years, but there are a lot of newer peptides that I'm not sure, like the science is still kind of out on them. For example, copper peptides and growth factor peptides. I did videos on both those this year, taking deep dives into the research, and for me, there's not a lot of there. You know, I've used all these three different types of peptides before, and for me they didn't really pan out to be like the greatest thing in anti-aging skincare. What all the studies are kind of consistent on with peptides is that they're moisturizing. And you know, I really wouldn't want you to spend $300 an ounce on something that really is just going to sit on the surface and moisturize your skin. So this is a good way to try a bunch of them together in a product. It's $25 for 5 ounces of serum. I mean, how can you beat it? So I did try this. I do like it. It's very lightweight. It goes on really nicely and it's not sticky feeling, it's not greasy feeling, it absorbs right in. It's a super nice serum. I actually really enjoy this serum. Number 16 is a body product, and it is a new self tanner that I tried right at the beginning of the year, and I love this self tanner. It is so good. You know, I had other self tanners that I used before. They were mainly foams, but this one is a lotion, and I like this one so much better than the foams. I feel like it stayed on my skin better. I feel like my tan lasted longer. I used it on my body and my face, and I just felt like they both had a nice even looking tan that was like darker and more noticeable than I usually got with my old self tanner, and it lasted a little bit longer, and because it's a lotion, it was more hydrating on my skin than a lot of the foams, which can be a little bit drying. So this is Beauty by Earth self tanning lotion. I buy it in the medium to dark shade. I don't know if you're going on a vacation this winter to someplace warm and sunny, but if you do need a self tanner, give this one a try. I really like this one. And of course, I'll link it in the info box below the video, along with everything else that I'm sharing in today's video. Number 15 is another body lotion. This one is from Prequel. Now, Prequel is a new brand that launched this year from a YouTuber and dermatologist, Dr. Sam Ellis. And so Prequel was a brand that I was really looking forward to the launch. I tried 3 of the products. My favorite of the 3 things that I tried from her brand is the Prequel Barrier Therapy Skin Protectant Cream. And look at the size of this tube. It's a nice big tube, 10 ounces. And I gotta say, the Prequel pricing is very reasonable. What I love about this product is it is calming and soothing for the skin. It's good for eczema skin or itchy skin. But what I love about this is that it has ceramides in it. And it's so hard to find a body product that has ceramides. You know, I use ceramides on my face and I swear by them, and this contains 5 ceramides. So this has gone into my rotation of body lotions that I use every time I get out of the shower. So I've got 3 in my rotation now. This one brings me the ceramides. My favorite one that I've been using for a long time is my Alpha Skincare Renewal Body Lotion. This is a 12% glycolic acid lotion. A lot of people notice that their skin on their arms and legs are getting crepey as they get older. And this is awesome because glycolic acid helps to slough away the dead skin on the surface, so it gets rid of that crepey look. But glycolic acid can also help with collagen production. It's really one of the best anti-agers right after tretinoin and retinoids. And then the third one I use that is a retinoid is the Gold Bond Age Renew Retinol Overnight Lotion. So these are my 3 body lotions now. Coming in at number 14 is my new face wash. So I was using Derma E Pure Biome Face Gentle Cleanser. It's so watery and slippery that I always felt like it was just running through my fingers and not getting on my face. I don't know, I'm just kind of weird about it, but I didn't love it. And so the new one that I just got about a month and a half ago that I've been using and loving is La Roche-Posay Toleriane Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. It's soap-free, sulfate-free, fragrance-free. It contains ceramides and niacinamide, so it's got everything that I'm looking for in a facial cleanser, and it's a little bit thicker than the Derma E that I was using before. So when I go to wash my face with it, it's not just like running through my fingers and disappearing. It's very soothing, it's very mild, it doesn't burn my eyes or anything. My favorite is still the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm for the first step in my double cleanse with the Wonder Cloth, but this for the second step I love, or on days where I'm just wearing sunscreen, I don't even put on mascara. For those days, this is getting off my sunscreen really well with the Wonder Cloth. I did try a new balm cleanser this year and I really like this one. I'm not saying that it's completely replacing Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, but I like it a lot. So coming in at number 13 in our countdown is the Naturium Purple Ginseng Cleansing Balm. And you know, I'm always looking for something that's just a little bit less expensive. You know, I do love the Clinique, but it's kind of a lot, and this not quite half the price, but substantially less than the Clinique, and I gotta say this works just as well. So this is really nice. It's a really pretty purple color. It's a really thick oil-based cleansing balm, and it really does break up all of your makeup, all of your sunscreen, all of your waterproof mascara and eyeliner and everything else. I've been using this and the Clinique interchangeably right now, but who knows, it may replace it someday, but you know, I have a hard time of letting go of something that I love as much as I love the Clinique. Plus, I realize that I have 2 backups of the Clinique, so it is going to be a while before that gets out of my skincare routine, if it ever does. But this is definitely moving in. All right, number 12 in our countdown is going to be Agency's new eye cream that they came out with this year. So you guys know I've been an ambassador for Agency for years. This section of the video would normally be sponsored by Agency, but it's not. Well, they came out with this eye cream this year, and it's so nice if you have never been able to use your full strength tretinoin around your eyes, because your eye skin can be just a little bit more sensitive. It uses a very small amount of tretinoin, and you can use this to use tretinoin around your eyes, which can be so helpful. The percent of tretinoin in here is 0.002%, so very mild, very gentle. It's really thick and it's really emollient, and that's really the feel of something that I love for around my eyes. So while I am still an ambassador for Agency, I haven't done a video for them in a little bit, and I did try a new provider for my tretinoin this year, and I did get my tretinoin from Alloy. So I'm going to have this come in at number 11, even though tretinoin really should be like number 1 or number 2 in this countdown, because it really is like one of the most important things in my skincare routine. It's one of the ingredients that has the most science behind it, showing that it works, like 40 years of research showing that it really does work. Can't have the end of your video without tretinoin in it. But anyway, so I thought I would give another provider a try, and so I tried the Alloy tretinoin, and I really like this tretinoin. It's the same kind of thing where they send it to you, so very convenient. This one does also contain niacinamide at 4%, and it does contain aloe at 0.5%, and my tretinoin on this one is 0.089, so a little bit weaker of a strength, but I need to contact them and see if they have a higher strength of this that's available. The process was a little bit easier than with Agency, where you didn't have to upload pictures or anything. Agency sends you a 2-month supply, Alloy sends you a 3-month supply, but it's the same kind of thing, and I do have a link in the info box for Agency and for Alloy. So I've been using this for the last few months, and I really like it. All right, number 10 on our countdown is a vitamin C serum. That's a brand new company that was launched this year, the Future Focus Vitamin C Serum from Poems from the Lab. This is another YouTube creator skincare company. It is a really nice ascorbic acid based vitamin C serum. It's formulated at the right pH. The main difference between that and like my Timeless is that they use glutathione instead of ferulic acid. The packaging is what really makes this one different, because with this packaging, this is supposed to stay fresh and stable in the bottle for up to 8 months. So let me just squeeze some out of here for you. And you can see that this, after a year, is almost clear. That is some pretty amazing stability on that. So this is at a much higher price point. It's $89 for 0.9 ounces. So does it top my Timeless Vitamin C as my favorite that's staying in my skincare routine? It doesn't, but if you were looking for the vitamin C serum to be stable in your cabinet for a lot longer, this is a really great product, and I'll link it in the info box below the video. Number 9 in the countdown is going to be Maylove Hydro Relief Amino Acid and Peptide Cream. This contains niacinamide, glycerin, rice peptides, squalane, and shea butter. So it's a really great cream that has a lot of the things that I love in it in a night cream, and it feels so emollient and so occlusive, but not in like a greasy, heavy way. I really like this for winter. Like, I really didn't use it over the summer when my skin is much less dry, but once it gets drier, I really like this cream as my last step. It is just so creamy, so good, and I just love how it feels on my skin. I love how it hydrates my skin, especially in these dry winter months. All right, we're down to number 8 on our countdown, and the next 4 items are gonna be sunscreens, because you know I do a lot of sunscreen testing. I'd say 50% of the skincare that I tried this year were sunscreens, and so I have more than one favorite new sunscreen to recommend this year. Unfortunately, a lot of my old favorite sunscreens were reformulated this year, and the reformulations just didn't quite work as well for me, and so those kind of slid out of my rotation of the holy grails, and now some new things have slid in, especially now that it's winter and my skin is a little bit drier. I'm loving these more emollient, more moisturizing sunscreens that I found this year. So my number 1 sunscreen for the year was the winner of my sunscreen testing video. So this is coming in at number 8 on our countdown. This is the Healthy Skin Labs Protect Tinted Moisturizer with Hyaluronic Acid SPF 50. This is a combination of zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, but it doesn't contain any chemical sunscreen boosters, so it doesn't irritate my skin at all. So when my skin is feeling especially irritated, like my neck from time to time gets, this is a sunscreen that I always reach for. Or if my skin's feeling dry, I reach for this. I love this sunscreen so much. It's so beautiful on the skin. It wears so beautifully under makeup. It is tinted, one shade only, and that will be the downfall of it for some people because, of course, the tint is not going to match everyone. But for me, it's a good tint. It matches my skin tone, hides the white cast from the sunscreen ingredients. It's got a nice lip from within glow kind of finish. It doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't feel tacky. It doesn't feel heavy on my skin. And I absolutely love it. So that is number 8 on our countdown. But coming in at number 7, right on its heels, is a sunscreen that has almost the exact same ingredients. A viewer actually pointed this out to me this year, and I started using this sunscreen again. I panned it the first time that I reviewed it because I didn't like it. I felt like it was so greasy and so heavy and so shiny. Well, guess what? That was 4 or 5 years ago. My skin's pretty different now, and now I love this sunscreen. So anyway, it's from Dermatology. It is their Physical Tinted Moisturizer SPF 44 Universal Tint Sunscreen. This has zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. As I just said, almost the exact same formula as the Healthy Skin Lab. This is about $35, $40 for 1.8 ounces. This is $24, I want to say, for 2 ounces. So $12 an ounce versus $20 an ounce. So not a huge price difference, but still enough if you're trying to get a lower price sunscreen. This is really great. Plus, I do have an ongoing 20% off discount code with Dermatology. I believe it's Angie20. You can apply that at checkout, but I'll put it next to the link below the video. This is also a tinted sunscreen. So here's the shades on them. This one is the Healthy Skin Lab. This one is the Dermatology. So you might choose between the two based on which is closest to your skin tone, what you can afford better, but they're both great sunscreens. This one is a full SPF 50. This one is an SPF 44. Number 6 is another sunscreen from Dermatology. It is their Matte Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46. This one is a hybrid chemical mineral sunscreen. So it has zinc oxide, but it also has octinoxate. It's also tinted, but it does have a little bit more of a matte finish. So let me pop that one on over here. So there is the tint on it. Sometimes I really like that matte finish if I don't have time to put powder on over my sunscreen, because with the other two that I just showed, they are definitely glowy. And so for me, with my enlarged pores, I always have to add some kind of a setting powder over the top, which I don't mind doing because I find them so hydrating. This one, it's more of a matte finish, and I do find it a little bit drying by the end of the day, so I'm not really using this one now that it's winter. I'll probably start using it again in the summer when my skin is a little bit more hydrated. All right, number 5 is a sunscreen that hasn't been in my sunscreen testing video yet, but I discovered this sunscreen a few months ago and I really, really love it. And the great thing about this sunscreen is the shade range that it comes in. So this is Live Tinted Skin Tint SPF 50. This is a zinc oxide based sunscreen, but it also does contain butyl salicylate. This comes in 11 shades. And you know, it's so hard for people with darker skin tones to find a sunscreen, especially a mineral sunscreen that doesn't leave a white cast on their skin. And so if you've always struggled with that, but you want to wear sunscreen, check out the HuGuard. This is an awesome brand. This is tinted, but this one is just ever so slightly darker of a tint than the other two, but it does blend in with my skin tone really well. I can just put this on and go. It does have a bit of a luminous finish as well. So again, I do have to powder over this one. And I just wanted to share the powder quickly that I just discovered that looks so beautiful over sunscreen. If you put on a sunscreen, it just looks too shiny or too greasy, you think, or whatever, and you just need to tone it down. This Too Faced powder, fabulous. I just bought this right before the holidays and I've hit pan on it already. I literally have been using this every single day. I have been in no makeup mode. I feel like I haven't used a foundation in 2 weeks. Today for my makeup, I have on the Dermatology Physical Tinted with the Too Faced Born This Way Soft Blur Powder in medium. These two, this combo, oh my gosh, like my pores are gone. All my texture's gone. This blurring powder is so good. And it wasn't in my best makeup of 2024 video because I hadn't really tried it when I made that video. Wow, we are really just scooting right along here. We are down to number 4 in our countdown to the best anti-aging skincare of 2024. And I am so psyched for this next one because this was sent to me in PR and love at second use. All right, they sent me the wrong color at first, so then I had to buy it, which is fine because I love it. So I bought it in the new shade and it was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And talk about no makeup. This is what I've been wearing for my concealer for like the past couple of months. I haven't really used my concealer too much unless it's really like a big occasion I'm going out. Instead, I've been using another dermatology sunscreen. This is Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41 sunscreen. This is such a good product, you guys. It's tinted. It comes in shades with a metal applicator that stays nice and cool. So you touch it to your under eyes. It's got that cooling sensation that helps to depuff, you know, a little bit. But the best part in here is the sunscreen. This is a mineral sunscreen. It's zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. And since it's tinted, you just put it on under your eyes and it color corrects your under eyes, makes them look really fantastic. I do need to powder that too, so I just add a little bit of setting powder and then I'm good to go for the day. It doesn't crease in your wrinkles, it doesn't settle, it lasts all day, and it protects that super delicate under eye skin that is thinner and that shows signs of aging first. So this has been a really, really great find for me this year. Number 3 this year is a new release from our friends at Geek and Gorgeous. Geek and Gorgeous is a brand that I've been using for years. They make fantastic products. They make a cleansing balm that is right up there with the Naturium and with the Clinique, and they make a vitamin C serum that's fantastic. This is a new extension to a line that they already had. They already had this A-Game product, which is a Retinaldehyde serum. And all the Retinaldehyde serums on the market come in strengths of either 0.05 or 0.1%. But Geek and Gorgeous took it up a notch this year by releasing their 0.2% retinaldehyde. So if you are someone who has used retinols for a couple of years and you're not really seeing results from them and you want to bump up to like the next better thing before you get into a prescription tretinoin, then retinaldehyde is the way to go. And you can start at 0.5%. Geek and Gorgeous makes one, but then you can bump up just like you can with your tretinoin as your skin acclimates. And this gives you just one extra strength, double stronger strength to bump up to, so that if you're not ready to transition from your retinaldehyde to a tretinoin yet, there's a new strength in this, and this is just so great. I've only been using it for a couple of weeks since I finished up the latest test that I did on my neck, so I wasn't using this when it first came in, but I am using it now and it's been great. No irritation from it at all. And just to show it to you, this is, as all retinaldehydes will be, a very, very bright yellow. So that's just the color. I really, really love the whole Geek and Gorgeous brand. I first started talking about them because my viewers in Europe couldn't get a lot of the same brands that we can get over here. And Geek and Gorgeous originated in Europe, and so people over on that side of the world could get their things. Well, now they have their website for there. They also have a website for here in the US, so you can get their products no matter where you live, and I'll link all of them in the info box below the video. All right, we're down to the top 2. Coming in at number 2 is hypochlorous acid. This is a brand new ingredient to most of us lay users of skincare, but not so new to dermatologists. This is an ingredient that has been around forever in dermatology practice, but there wasn't really a way to bottle it and get it to people. Plus, it was such like a behind-the-scenes workhorse. It's not exciting. It's not going to get rid of your wrinkles. But the reason I love this so much is because it can really take away any irritation that you might have. And the problem with a lot of the anti-aging skincare is that it is irritating. And as we know from my experience on my neck, I need things to help with my neck. And I have gone through a number of different creams over the years, and I keep changing those. And my most recent one that I love is the Derma E Eczema Relief Cream. I do still love that one, but I started using the Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray. They sent it in PR a few months ago, and I started using that on my neck instead of the Derma E Eczema Relief Cream, and oh my gosh, what a game changer this is. It gets rid of my irritation on my neck in a matter of minutes instead of hours or days, right? So when I first feel my neck getting hot and tingly and itchy, I can just give this a spray and it takes care of it, and it has kept all irritation away. I swear this is the most comfortable my neck has been in years. In the dead of winter, you know, it's January, heat's on, no moisture in the air, my neck is not red, irritated, or on fire, and it's because of hypochlorous acid. I was also looking on Amazon and I found another hypochlorous acid that was super inexpensive. I think this was, I want to say $11 for 8 ounces. This one, I can't remember how much it is. It's half the size, it's 4 ounces, and I want to say they're charging maybe $25 for this, something like that. The main difference that I noticed between these two is that this one has a bit of a fragrance, bit of a smell to it, where this one is completely fragrance free, but I feel like this one is a little bit of a finer mist. Sometimes I do it before I put on my skincare, and sometimes I put it on after I put on my skincare, and I literally just mist and let it soak in, and away I go, and I have had no irritation on my neck. So I'm so thrilled that the rest of us got to be introduced to hypochlorous acid this year. All right, we've made it to the top slot, to number 1. Can I get a drum roll, please, for the best anti-aging skincare of 2024? And that is estrogen cream. I recently tried estrogen cream on my neck and on half my face for the last 6 months, and I just put up the video with my results using estrogen cream. I did a deep dive into the research on it, and you can see all of that in the video that I put up a few weeks ago. I'll link it right up here if you want to see the video. But for me, that was 6 months that were so worth it. You know, a lot of times I'll spend 6 months testing something and it doesn't pan out. I gotta say, I was trying not to be like overly excited about it, but the more I looked at the pictures and the more I edited the video and looked at my face side by side, I could see the difference from one side of my face that I had used the estrogen cream on versus the side that I didn't use the estrogen cream on. And I was like, wow, this is really something. This is the side that I used the estrogen cream on, and this is the side that I didn't use it on. And I feel like the cheeks, like there's a little bit of a difference here. Like I just feel like everything on this side is just more lifted. The skin looks plumper. It definitely looks like there's got more collagen in it, from the cheeks to my eyelids. Like this eyelid is just, you know, it's just like the skin is just a little bit saggier. It's not as plumped up as this side is. It definitely made my pores look smaller. And the best part of it is that it was completely non-irritating. So for those of you who have just never been able to use a retinol, a retinoid, a tretinoin of any kind, and you've been sitting here watching me say, tretinoin is where it's at, you gotta be on it, and you're like, I can't use it, it's too irritating, it makes my skin hurt. Guess what? Here's something that you can use that probably won't irritate your skin, that will give you really great results. So I actually used 2 different estrogen creams over the course of the 6 months that I was using them. And of course, I'll link that video right up here for you to take a look at so you can see my results, so you can see my before and after pictures. But in a nutshell, I first asked my dermatologist about it. She sent it over to a compounding pharmacy, Skin Medicinals, and what they sent me was a 0.3% estriol cream. But about halfway along my journey, I decided to try one of the other online services that you can get estrogen cream from. I really had a great experience using Alloy, getting the tretinoin and the estrogen cream from them has been great. It's one of the services that caters to menopausal women. And the thing about estrogen cream is if you're younger, it is not going to do anything for you because you have plenty of estrogen in your body and in your skin. This is specifically for peri to postmenopausal women whose skin is estrogen deficient. But even if you're on estrogen, on HRT like I am, and you are supplementing estrogen, your skin can still benefit from this cream like mine did. I was surprised that I had such like really robust results with it because I'm like, well, you know, I'm taking estrogen, my skin isn't totally depleted, but oh my gosh, applying it topically, what a difference. And especially where I haven't been able to use anything on my neck because it's so irritated, I was able to start in right away every single night, putting this on with no irritation. It was just so nice to be able to do skincare that didn't irritate. And so I just really, really love both these creams. Now, if you're using a vaginal estrogen cream, that is something that you could just take a little bit of that, put it on your face. So you don't need to buy something new. But if you do want to get one, I highly recommend the service from Alloy. I have a $10 off discount code with Alloy if you sign up, and there's a link in the info box below the video. So estrogen cream, the #1 anti-aging skincare for 2024. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see me try in 2025, what's on your radar for 2025? What are all the new devices that you're looking at? I am going to be doing a video on red light therapy masks because, oh my gosh, did companies start cranking them out in 2024, and they're all trying to create a better mousetrap. I mean, I'm still using my Omnilux mask because I love it, and that's the one that I saw great results with, but I'm willing to try the other ones. I'll definitely be doing a video on them coming up. Let me know what else you'd like to see in 2025. Otherwise, that is it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bells. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.